What is going on, my broskiis? My name is Toadski and I am back again, here to bring you guys yet another One Piece Treasure Cruise video. And in today's video, we're going to be discussing some stuff that's just come live on the One Piece Treasure Cruise Japan version part of the game. And we know already right now the 4th year anniversary Sugo Fest is about to end, and we do know that the treasure map Sugo for Big Mom will be coming out very soon. And the thing is, we were wondering whether they were actually going to go ahead and release a new legend for the Big Mom treasure map, and it looks like they are definitely going to do that. This definitely took all of us by surprise. We did not think that this character was going to be getting a legend like right now. I mean, a couple of people did kind of suspect that this character was going to get a legend eventually, but right now it's such a weird timing considering the whole cake stuff that we're going through right now. I just think it's super duper left field that the fact we are getting a GILD TESORO legend character coming to One Piece Treasure Cruise. And in this video we're going to be breaking down his captain ability and his special ability. We do not know much information on this character right now, but we do have his confirmed captain and special ability. So hopefully you guys do go on to enjoy this video, and if you guys do, make sure to smack the like button down below. But without further ado, let's get into today's video. So I'd like to introduce you guys to the brand new Sugo Fest exclusive GILD TESORO. So, as I said, we don't know much information on this character right now. We don't know what his color is, and we don't know what his classes are. And those are actually pretty important considering what he actually does. We can assume at this point that he's going to have 5 sockets and a cost of 55. There is no reason for him to stray away from that. But let's go through his captain ability and his special ability. So GILD TESORO's captain ability will state that if on your crew you have one of each class in the entire game, so shooter, striker, slasher, fighter, and then driven, cerebral, free spirit, powerhouse, you need to have one of every one of those single classes on your crew. And if you do, you get 3.75 times attack and 1.35 times HP boost to all characters. That is a very restrictive captain ability. However, if you are fulfilling that, then you get such a significant boost. 3.75 attack is humongous with a 1.35 HP boost, which is also magnificent. Like, this guy overall, just straight away from that, is pretty goddamn cool. It's just very restrictive, and that's the thing with this character. We don't know what his current classes or color is, and that is actually very important, because once we know what his classes are, or what his class is, he might only have one class, then we can start building teams around this character. But as of right now, it is too hard to determine a really good team for this guy, but automatically, he just seems very interesting. Looks more of like a fun type of legend. You might not be able to build really OP teams, but if you can, you know, fulfill his condition, 3.75 attack and 1.35 HP is fantastic. But it doesn't end there. On top of this, he will go ahead and boost the chances of landing a matching orb, which is also very good for Rainbow Captains. The fact that you can get matching orbs a little bit easier. If you're running double GILD TESORO, then you can go ahead and get more matching orbs. But the thing is the fact that he is very restrictive and you need one of each of the classes. In some instances, you'll just have to run this guy as a captain and then with a friend captain that is a hybrid team, just so you can fulfill your classes a little bit easier, and I can see that being a big issue with this character. But once again, you know, if you do fulfill it, you're good. You get so much boost from this guy. On top of this, he has a very weird mechanic that states if you hit 4 greats in a row, he will go ahead and boost all characters' attack by 4.5 times attack instead. But then, on the other side of that, each time you tap a perfect, he reduces your character's attack by a certain multiplier. There is no confirmation on how much he reduces your crew's attack by, but it's a base 3.75, and every time you hit a perfect, for that turn, you are getting a less amount of multiplier. So, you need to hit greats or goods to maintain your high attack boost, which is a little bit of a downside. So, they kind of do tone it down a little bit, because if it was just a 3.75, they can potentially reach 4.5 just all the time, I think that would be insanely overpowered. This guy would definitely be one of the better legends in the game, but they do tone it down a bit, so every time you do hit a perfect, you are getting less attack boost. In my opinion, I actually really like this captain ability. He's very unique, needing those specific classes in his crew. Really nice HP boost, very sizable compared to some other characters that have HP boost. Really nice base attack boost. Really unique, the fact you have to hit greats in order to actually get your high multiplier, but we don't really know how much attack you lose after each perfect, and that's also going to be a very big contributing factor determining how good this character actually is. But right now, as we're seeing it right now, I'm a big fan of this guy's captain ability. So now let's go ahead and talk about his special ability. So GILD TESORO's special ability will go ahead and deal 200,000 fixed damage to all enemies. Then he changes the top and bottom row orbs on your crew into matching orbs, and he will go ahead and lock your chain multiplier 3.25 times for a single turn. So let's go ahead and break this down, okay? So right now we don't know what his max or low cooldown is. If I had to guess, just by looking at it, I would say he's going to max at about 15 turns. I think 15 turns would be just about right for his special ability. 200k fixed to all enemies is amazing. You already know V2 Law 6+, he already does 200,000 fixed damage to all enemies, and that's a very useful special ability. But on top of that, you get 4 out of your 6 orbs on your team will be converted into matching orbs. So the only real issue here is to try and get matching orbs for your middle row characters, but depending on, you know, what type of team you're making, it doesn't really matter for the long run. But the big thing about it is the 3.25 times chain multiplier lock. He is the first character in the game to be above a 3 times chain lock. 3.25 is amazing, and it actually works extremely well with his captain ability. As we know, with his captain ability, he needs to go ahead and hit as many grades as possible to maintain a 4.5 times attack boosting captain ability. And when you're hitting grades, we already know that your chain multiplier is going to be heavily reduced, considering when you hit perfects, that's the best way to get the chain multiplier, but the fact is, if you hit perfects, you get less attack. So mainly, you want to be hitting grades with GILD TESORO, meaning that your chain multiplier is going to be really bad. So having this guy's special ability be a 3.25 chain locker means that every time you are hitting a great, you still have 3.25 times chain multiplier lock, which I'm not too sure on the calculations right now. Having a 3.25 chain lock and then having that multiplier when you're hitting grades, it could probably equal out to still being, you know, a really high attack multiplier, even though you are continuously hitting grades. But this also means that you can't really run stuff like the Zunisha ship being a very powerful ship, but this guy is very class-centric, so you have to have one of each class, so the Zunisha ship isn't going to be good. You have to run like a rainbow ship or maybe a color ship. I think a color ship would also be quite nice with this guy, but once again, we don't know too much about him. I really wanted to get this video out to you guys just to show you guys that this character is coming to One Piece Treasure Cruise Japan, and just to kind of give my overall initial thoughts on the character. He only just got announced right now, or just leaked right now, so I'm just giving my very base opinions on this character. I think he's going to be very, very powerful, and it really depends on some of the subs that are going to be available for him, and it also heavily depends on what class or classes that GILD TESORO is going to be, because that will build the other units that you're going to bring for this guy's team. So very, very dependent on what he actually is. Once we get the full information on GILD TESORO, I'll make sure to put it in the comment section down below so you guys can get the full picture of this character. And once we get all of the information regarding the, you know, the color and the typing of this character, maybe his limit break will help a lot as well, then we can get the full picture of this character. Also, we don't know what his limit break is, so his limit break could also give him, you know, really powerful sailor abilities. Well, already just looking at his special ability, he could fit really well onto a lot of different teams. 200k fix is amazing with 4 matching orbs and 3.25 chain lock. This can be used on a variety of different teams, but this really will depend on what classes he is, because then he can slide into different class-based teams, or depending on what color he is, then he can switch into different class-based, color-based teams as well. So yeah, it's very dependent on what he is, but so far I'm a big fan of this character. And could this hint towards the fact that we could potentially be getting a legend Zephyr from Phil Z and also a legend Shiki from Strong World? I think that would be an amazing thing to do if they go ahead and give us some more movie legends, because these characters are very, very popular in the movie franchise. You know, GILD TESORO from Film Gold, definitely a really popular character, as well as Zephyr and Shiki. Those 2 characters in particular would be amazing, especially because, you know, shooter characters in particular are a little lackluster on Japan right now. So I think if they brought in maybe a legend Zephyr with a legend Capone later on for Whole Cake Island, I think that One Piece Treasure Cruise Japan is going to get very, very interesting over the next couple of months. So that's going to be my full breakdown of this GILD TESORO. Make sure to go ahead and leave in the comment section down below on what your full thoughts and opinions on this character actually is, and tell me what you guys think and what kind of teams you think you can build off of this character. I think he's going to be very, very interesting. It's going to be cool to see some of the whales in One Piece Treasure Cruise Japan try and build teams with this character being so so restrictive. You have to be very careful about the team composition that you are making to make sure you can fulfill his condition and get his amazing boost. But I really love this character. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to go ahead and smack the like button down below. And if you want to go ahead and stay up to date with all the content I post on my channel, including more One Piece Treasure Cruise content, make sure to hit the subscribe button down below. But other than that, guys, I will see you guys within the next video.